word siyam does not mean fasting. If you go to the Qur'an, when Mary was told to eat and drink and be happy and declare to the world, Inni nadartu lirrahmani sawma, I have taken an oath for sawm. And her sawm was not to get into the mode of dialoguing with people. The word sawm in the Arabic language means to abstain. The word sawm in the Arabic language, we say in Arabic, sawm al-faras, the horse is still. Sawmat al-rih, the wind is still. Sawm al-ma'u, the water is still. It is what you interpret sawm to be that is going to be for you. The Qur'an is hidayah. Everything else from hidayah, other than hidayah, we are asked to make siyam about it. We are asked to abstain from jahiliyyah. We are asked to abstain from dhulumat. Ask the people who have only been staying away from food and drink how much darkness they have dispelled in their lives. Siyam is about taqwa. And what is taqwa? The Qur'an says in chapter 2, 183, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. This verb, ittaqa, yattaqi, muttaqi, tattaqoon is for the plural. Jama mudhakkar salim. What does it mean? You cannot know the meaning of any word in Arabic unless you go to the roots. You cannot know the meaning of any word in Arabic unless you are prepared to sweat. Go to the roots and study it. The roots of taqwa is waqa. The roots of taqwa and muttaqi is waqa. Waw, qaf, ya. And waqa means to safeguard. What does waqa means? To safeguard, to secure, to prevent yourself from being harmed. Therefore, it would mean being vigilant, being aware, being very sensitive, being preoccupied, knowing that there are dangers and you have to be alert. It has nothing to do with fearing God. All these translations of fearing God, ask those who fear God what is done for them. Allah is not a God to be afraid of. The divine sovereign is to be loved. We need to protect ourselves, not to be afraid of God. We need to safeguard ourselves, safeguard our families, safeguard our environment. Otherwise it's going to be taken away from us. And that's why the Qur'an says in chapter 66, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَهْلِيكُمْ نَارًا. O people who are cultivating iman, قُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَهْلِيكُمْ نَارًا. Save yourself, get on the bandwagon, protect yourself and your family from the fire. And I've always told you, Narullah is not when you're dead. Narullah is the life you and I live. When we fail to live according to the dictates of guidance, the fire will burn us. They will burn our family. They will burn our community. They will burn our relatives. The Qur'an tells us, Narullahi al-muqada allati tattali'u 'ala al-af'idah. It's that kind of destructive force, because we don't have time and place for guidance, that overcomes the emotions and the minds of people and surmounts over it, take control over it. So what is taqwa? happen to you and me that will make us know we are muttaqi. It's not a guess game. Islam is not a guess game that you do things now and you wait till you're dead to get rewards. Whoever has told a Muslim there have misled them. And that's the placebo they work with. In chapter 53, verse 39 and 40, the Qur'an tells us that what you work for, you will behold. وَإِنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى وَإِنَّ سَعْيَهُ سَوْفَ يُرَى. Where is this idea that we work now and when we are dead we'll be rewarded? It all depends on how you translate and how you interpret. There is nowhere in the Arabic language that akhirah means when you're dead. Period. Stop. No way. Akhirah is anything beyond dana, dunya. Akhirah means tomorrow. Akhirah means next week. Akhirah means next month. Akhirah means next year. Akhirah means 20 years from now. It means futuristic considerations. It is senseless to say you are living for the akhirah and you have no response to the stimuli of your environment now. All those who are always questioning about akhirah, where is your question about your life? Stop questioning about the akhirah when you're dead. What answer do you have for your own life? The way you live your life. The way your children are living. The way you impact society. How do society see you and me? They see us as reciters of Qur'an. They see us as people who masquerade with traditional religion. Or they see us as people like themselves who have erred, but who have decided it's never too late to change. That's what society needs. Society don't need more priests. There are too many priests in the average communities of the world. There are too many imams in the average communities of the world. Society needs to see people who are honest and realistic and who themselves can start changing, that they can be a reason for others to change. I told myself and you last week that the Qur'an came to take us out of dhulumat. Taqwa, a muttaqi is one who moves away from dhulumat and gravitates towards nur. A muttaqi is one who moves away from dhulumat and gravitates towards nur. Could you realize how much dhulumat we have in us? And what's the meaning of dhulumat? Dhalama and dhalima. Dhalama yadlimu and dhalima yadlamu. For all students of Arabic language, it means the darkness, the depression. The darkness and the depression that is hovering over society. Who brought it? Allah? You ever seen Allah in human streets? You ever see Allah in any human community? All the darkness in the community as Muslims are dealing with Ramadan is caused by themselves. And dhulumat also means oppression, injustices, exploitation, marginalization, ignorance, stagnation, indifference. These are all dhulumat. Ask anybody who knows the language and who's studying, who goes beyond the little tiny pocket dictionary and who's prepared to study Lughat, the lexicons of the language, and study without baggages on their shoulder. Because when you and I fail to do this, then we are leaving our children in the mess that we have either made, or we have cajoled, or we have been indifferent to. The prophets didn't come to participate in the mess of society. The prophets didn't come to be indifferent to the mess of society. The prophets didn't come to heap dhulumat on people. What the prophets came for is to take people out of dhulumat. You claim you follow Prophet Muhammad? You think you love